the last 2 videos, and hopefully I can finish the final table on this video. So I think I open this jack file. Reason being that small blind is kind of short, and obviously I carry enough bounties for me to open, and it create me some leverage on my open, because that theoretically if I open here I have to call his shove, so I shouldn't have a lot of weekend, because there's decent amounts of times I have to show down, and I don't want to have the stuff that is not willing to show down, something like 4 deuce off, and it will be embarrassing to show down if small blind decides to shove in. But there's just a little bit of leverage when I open, and from a big blind's perspective, it's going to be worrisome because my hand shouldn't be all that weak. So I think it's a good opportunity for me to open. And if small blind gets in, shove on me, and I'll just call. The odds is good, and the bounty is good, and everything's good. So I think I'll raise to like 2.2. I don't want to min raise because jack 5 off doesn't play very well post flop. So min raise will cause that big blind defending a lot. So I will, I min raise, but I prefer 2.2. So yeah, he did call. So I'm gonna play post flop. I will c-bet here sometimes, and I'll check back sometimes. I think checking back here is fine too, because I'll check back with a lot of 10x and 9x anyway. And jack x give me a lot of rooms that I can call out his bets on the turn anyway. So I think checking is fine too. I think betting against a passive player is always going to be good, because his defending range should be wide enough that he cannot afford to call a lot. Like even he has stuff like, I don't know, 9-6 suited. Calling here is just so marginal, because he's really going to be improving, and I'm just going to be barreling a lot on the turn anyway. If a turn has a jack, an 8, a king, an ace, I might just barrel, and it's just going to be difficult for him to defend 9x. So I think both checking and betting are fine here. I decided to bet. I think it's a more aggressive line. I think checking is fine too. So this is pretty much the same. I actually prefer a min raise here. I don't know why 2.2x. Get called. I prefer a bet here. Like I cannot call a lot of turns anyway. Like I cannot call any turn bet unless it's a 10 or 8. And yeah, it's true. I can bluff on a lot of turns like king, a queen, and ace. But he might also bluff all those turns too, and I cannot call. So with 10-8 suited here, I prefer to bet on the flop. But the shitty thing is, because of stack size, if I bet on the flop, it just make me really vulnerable to a check raises. Since it doesn't hit a lot of my range, and if I'm betting 10-8 suited, I'm betting too often. So if I bet like half pot here, it's just so good for him to check raises. I don't know, like if I bet 110, he can just check raises to 250, and just gonna make my life more miserable. I still I prefer much prefer a bet here compared to a check here. Like here, he can jump out and bet anything. But on this turn, I can afford to call out. I can call out ace x and king x, where I probably check flop sometimes. But I think this river I cannot rep much. This sucks. I think it's alright to overbet to like 300k. It's an alright play, but it's just an expensive play. Even that's a player that's I'm not repping much, but I'm repping a pretty polarized range, and he just has to guess. And some people are just not willing to guess a final table like that when risking a stack like this. So yeah, I think betting 300k is fine. Where I should do it with a lot of flushes and occasional 4x, and sometimes stuff like aces and kings and queens. And mixing with some bluffs like shouldn't have stuff like 10-8, or even weaker stuff like 7-8. type of hand. I think it's an okay play. But I think overall, I much prefer betting on the flop. Unless he's aggressive and he's creative by where he's gonna check raise a lot, then otherwise I think it's fine. So I end up checking. It's a really, I think, passive line, should say. Oh yeah, he end up betting himself. So I have to fault here. I mean, he can have 4x sometimes. Actually, 4 his range more than my range, and he can bet sometimes with 3x, but not very often. I think he's protecting his 3x on the turn a lot. Yep. So, yep. 3s with my stack is definitely worth it to open and call off and big blind shove. I think button. I think he wasn't all that aggressive. So once he calls, I think it's strange. The hand he's probably not willing to shove stuff like king, queen, king, jack, queen 10 suited, maybe like I don't know pocket 4s and like ace 10, ace 9 suited. And small blind can have a lot of stuff with his stack, and he was playing kind of loose anyway. So yeah, I don't think this flop hits either of their range very much. So I think betting here is okay. I think betting 200k is fine, and fold to a shove. Checking is more passive line. I think both betting and checking is fine. I think it's close. I think betting is fine too. And once he bets, I think he has, I don't know, maybe slow paces. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense for him to bet this range unless it's set or like monsters like aces. Aces makes sense because he's waiting for a squeeze from big blind, and I sort of have to call and he can reshove. So it's a good spot for him to flat the monster. But I don't think he's betting king queen on this flop. I will. It's essentially a shove. I think against aggressive player, not aggressive player. I mean against a regular, I'll definitely call. But I didn't have a lot of hands on him. I don't think he was all that aggressive anyway. I folded. And I think he didn't have a lot of bounties on him anyway. If he has enough bounties, definitely a call. And against the people who's shoving into or above 50%, I'll definitely call. So, yeah. So I decided a limp strategy here. I think win raising is fine too. And definitely bet for value and protection from a heart. A call, so you can have all sort of stuff. I think if it's a monster hand, not monster like Queen X, he should be shoving the flop. So he might have Jack X and 9X, hearts and 6X and stuff like middle stuff like 10-9 and stuff. So I'll bet again. I think check call here is okay. I'll prefer a bet and see how river goes. Checking is okay. And 6X is improved, and I think he should bet a lot of his hard draws on the turn as a semi-bluff. So I don't think my hand's rarely good. My hand's rarely good here. I think he's better Jack X or better 6X quite often. And I think he's gonna do a lot of semi-bluff on the turn. If he didn't, he has showdown value, and all the showdown value hands just beats me. So I think I'll check fold here. And he didn't shove pre with ace jack. That's sort of the reason why I decided to limp. Because he was like passive, and like ace jack should always the value bet a turn or value bet a river. So he was passive, and it's good to know. Definitely call here and win a race and win a bounty. That's good. I think raising here is fine too. I actually prefer a raise now that I look. At the time I was playing, I think I checked, but now that I look, I definitely prefer raise to 240k ish. Put tons of pressure on button and small black. Small black can never call if button folded, and button just gonna have a difficult decision because of ICM. He doesn't want to play big stack like that, and I a pre-flop raiser. So yeah, now that I look, I definitely prefer a pre-flop raise. But then raise, but whatever. I think it didn't hit either of their range. So I think dunk bets here is okay, but I don't do a lot of dunk bets anyway. But I think dunk bets here and be aggressive on a lot of turns will be fine. Like if I bet here, I can be aggressive on this turn, and just gonna put a tons of pressure on them if they have like 4x or 8x without diamonds. But this 10x just brings so much stuff like all diamonds and 9x, jack x, even 7x like 7-9, 7-8, not 7-8, but 7-6 might stick around, or king 7 with 7 of diamonds will stick around. So I'm just gonna check and keep up. But I think dunking on the flop is fine too. So yeah, I guess the tap play here, 5 deuce is not good enough to play post flop, so I don't want to limp here. So I just instead of raising. Then 3, I mean, I'm opening almost anything against the 2 players that are not defending enough. So I think I avoid to open to shoe 067 because it's big stack against big stack, and he has been calling quite a lot. So if I open here, he's defending, and I'll say like 40-50% ish, and we have to play post up 40 to 50% of the time. And for us to play really, should say, really honest, straightforward, not tricky and fancy, just because of stack size like this. With 2 short stack like this, I don't want to play a very fancy style against him and increase a lot of variance. So I just fold here. I think racing is fine too. So instead of racing to him, I'm racing to other people. He's still kind of loose and call out of position like that. And I don't think in this range it's either of them, so I will be bet and shuffle out on the turn. So yeah, I mean this kind of scenario happened a few hands earlier where I didn't bet. Like here, obviously I have better stuff like 2 overs and backdoors, like backdoor straight, backdoor flushes. But overall, it just doesn't hit their range anyway. Like it doesn't matter what kind of cards I'm holding. Like here, yeah, like shuffling the turn makes me much more comfortable. If I have stuff like 10 jack of diamonds, yeah, it's not like comfortable to shuffle the turn. But overall, they're just folding enough for me to bet with anything. Get a walk, that's good. So I'm pulling off the lead now, so hopefully that gonna increase the lead. I think limping here is fine. Me raising here, it's whatever. I think if he's really passive, I think limp here will be better than raising here. I folded here. I think I was being a little too obvious. I think raising here against people didn't recognize the stuff. That's fine. But I think this is unstable, so I think people are paying some kind of attention here. So I don't want to be too obvious. I think sometimes folding here is fine. Again, I don't want to raise to sort of another big stack and wait for better spots like here. Unfortunately, I get shoved. That's okay. It's like the first time I get shoved. So okay, this is interesting spots. I will definitely check call. I don't want to lead here and forced to make a decision if I should call or shove or not. Because these 2 guys has a perfect state to shove on top of a dunk bet. So yep, I'll check and see how it goes. And he's gonna shove in. Obviously I cannot call because he can have better 8s a lot of times, and even if he has the stomach bluffs, he just have a tons of equity against me. So just gonna fold. I think raising here is fine, and fold to small blind big blinds because of leverage again, and small blind big blind are being really passive anyway and tight. So I think I should open here. I'm actually quite surprised I didn't open here. And wow, there wasn't even final table. Is it? No, yeah, it wasn't even final table. But whatever. I think shoving it here is okay, but it's slightly a little deep. With this kind of stacks, I actually prefer a call with king queen. I'll call here. I didn't know why I folded. He can be ducked back with a lot of stuff like 7x and 9x. Yeah, I mean, he can just split a lot of stuff with that kind of size. So it wasn't even a final table. It's weird. But this is final table. So let's move on. Let's check out the stacks. This guy is big stack, and I'm sort of the stack with two even stack behind me. And there's one short stack, obvious short stack, and that's about it. So we're just gonna play quite standard, not gonna abuse a lot of stuff, and wait for a good opportunity and strike. So like I'm not gonna shove here. It's just too risky, and with so many people behind me, and I'm not sure about his range anyway. And sixes probably doesn't get a lot of full equities, so I'll just fold. King queen four to me is definitely an open. I'm not gonna 3-bet here. I mean, with this stack open from a position like this, I think king queen suited doesn't play very well. And calling is not an option. Just too many squeezing stack behind me. So yeah, with my stack, I'm sort of forced to play very honest and stuff. King 9, I saw, that's fine. So hopefully I can get the double up here and play much more aggressive once I have a double stack. Not gonna call here. I mean, not gonna risk like that. Yeah, I might be ahead sometimes, but ICM wise and future EV wise, not worth it. This, if I have more understanding on the button, I think reshuffling is fine. I mean, he just gonna have a lot of fold, raise fold range here if he's the type of player. So we will take a eye on him and see if he's that kind of player. So yeah, this is standard. Nothing going on. And I think we're gonna speed up. So he decides to shove here. So overall, I think he's quite aggressive already. And if next time he raising on the button, I will make sure I reshuffle him pretty light. I'm not gonna open here to the chip leader. And yeah, like with my stack, I just can't do anything. I just have to wait and try to double up or try to pick a more efficient spot. Like here. Oh wow. Okay, so first of all, this guy 3x'd. I don't like a fold. I think it's a meh. I think it's close. Like if this guy open shoved, I will call because last time he shoved. But last time he 3x, it's just weird. A lot of times it's gonna be strong pairs like pocket tens and pocket jacks. I think he's shoving king queen ace jack. So I think his range is actually quite strong. So I decided to fold here. I think it can go either way. I don't think it's right or wrong. But the thing is, he has been playing kind of loose. Like he dims here, it's so weird. And then call, and shove, king 9. So he limped with king 9. So 3x should be stronger than king 9 if he's that kind of logic. And he got unlucky. Not unlucky, but yeah, he shouldn't defend there with his stack. He shouldn't defend like this with his stack. Ace queen is whatever. Like I much prefer shove this anyway. Oh, I got called. By pocket fours, I think it's probably a good call. Because even he loses, he still have decent stack. But anyway, I double up and should try to get more aggressive. I don't like my fault here. I should be opening here because I block an ace, and that's good. So yeah, I think I prefer a raise here. I'm not gonna call. I don't think it's strong enough, and my stack is not big enough. If I have 5 million, maybe. But otherwise, I don't think that my stack's big enough for me to call. I don't want to play back to the chip leader, especially there's one shot stack. Actually two. So again, my stack is a little awkward. I cannot do much of stuff. I can abuse these two guys, that I can do, but I cannot play back to effectively. So chip leader has been quite aggressive. So once these two guys get eliminated, we're gonna turn our aggressiveness much higher. At this point, I cannot do much because of the ICN. I think these two are fine. Standard play. And let's see. Shoved, didn't get called. Shove again, didn't get called. Shove. That's a good shove. Like I cannot call anything, really. But once this guy has called up the stack, now I can widen out my range more because it's not all the icing heavy anymore. So I think I'll shove here for sure because I can open up my aggression much more now because his stack has called up. If he was still a short stack, then I will probably still shove here with ace 10, but I'll fold like ace 7. But at this point, I think shoving ace 5 or ace 7 will be okay too, and like king 10, king queen. So open shove, that's cool. Still not gonna raise to him. Same thing here. And let's see, he's gonna shove and call by ace deuce. That's an aggressive call with ace deuce. Not really. Yeah, not really. I think it's a standard call. I thought this guy had almost 10 big blinds, but he only had 5 big blinds. Let's take a shove. I mean, he's been quite aggressive. So, last time where he shoved, I don't know, some kind of like last time when you min raise on the button, we should definitely reshuffling because at this point we are more confident that he's a capable player. So at first time when you min raise on the button, I think it was definitely reshove. But whatever. I'll raise fold here. I think this guy has been quite passive. And I'll look forward to reshove these two guys. Actually, let's see the action. Well, this guy actually folded. It's good. This guy raise. Yeah, he should put out a tons of pressure on this guy. If any of them raised, I'll reshove. Most likely. I'll just shove king 10 for sure. Fold and wait for the Paulada to shove. I think it's a better way and safer way. Definitely reshove. I'll almost reshove him into from his actions. Not into, but like at least 30%. Now he turned into 3x. I think it's signal that he has some kind of hands he wants to play with big blinds, but not against me. So my fold equity is, yeah, it's not, like if he signaled that, I should reshove because he's never going to call me. But he might just have a hand that he's not willing to fold. Stuff like pocket 8s and pocket 9s, and he don't want to min raise and get shoved on, or like ace jack, he don't want to get reshuffled with ace jack by me. Like if he has ace jack and he min raise, I reshuffle, and it's just gonna be tough for him to call with ace jack. Same thing with ace queen. So yeah, I think his range will be slightly stronger than usual. I think open shove ace queen here is fine because I don't want to get reshoved for the same reason just said. Like if I get reshoved by either small blind or big blind, it's just gonna be a really shitty spot and forced to call, but I don't like it. I won't say I don't like it, but I just create more variance ish. It's definitely more plus EV than just shove. Like shoving here is definitely plus EV, but raise call will be more plus EV, but just create much more variance. But on this MTT, I didn't care that much, I think. So yeah, I'll raise call. And I hit a queen and I lost queen 9, that's it. I don't think he's defending queen 5. Maybe queen 5 suited. Don't think he's defending knight 5. So I should be in really good spots. Definitely open shove. Aces. Didn't get action. I think raising here is fine with my stack now. It's big enough that small blind doesn't want to do something crazy against me, and same thing to the big blind. So I think it's a good spot to raise. Unfortunately, I didn't. I think, I will, like, at the time, I was experimenting that not defending stuff like this. I used to defend stuff like this, and at the time, I feel it's so difficult to defend king deuce, even though I'm getting the odds. But at the moment I'm recording this video, I will definitely call. It's just gonna switch back and forth. I think either call or fold are fine. It's just, I don't have the correct answer, I think. So at the time I was playing, I'll fold. But at the time I'm recording, I'll call. I think 3-bet here, 3-bet shove here is really effective, and it's very strong play. Yeah. So yeah, overall I think it's a cool spot to shove. But yeah, he was racing with leverage that he's calling big blind shove, so signal that he doesn't have all that very weak hand, but he has been raising button, I would say, more than 50%. More than 40, I would say. So 3-betting here is definitely profitable play. Now if I didn't want to 3-bet shove, I can do like min 3-bets, and will be quite effective against this type of player. Yeah, like if I min 3-bets, I see better flop, he's just gonna fold. And wow, you got knockouts. So I'll say if like ace, king, king, queen, quite a lot, and this guy 2 pairs. Or straight. It's unfortunate. Like with 3-bet size, it's just something they're telling. Okay. This side length, and we have quite equal stack. So I can take more risk. Shove pre, that's fine. And this guy's being quite passive, so I'm gonna raise a ton against him. Not gonna call here. And yep, now we go to heads up. I think our stack differences are quite big. So the thing is, I just have to take more risk at this point. Meaning that if he shove here, I'll call ace deuce, and deuces and stuff. Like try to equal up the stack first, and go for more strategy oriented play. At this moment, we will be forced to play more aggressive and take more risk and try to double up here. But it doesn't mean I have phrased for deuce that I think it's waste of chips. I don't want to anything that's risky at this moment. So he flopped here. King 3, I think it's borderline against his strategy or his aggression. I think it's okay to just shove. I don't like limp call. I think limp call should be something stronger like King 8. And King 7, maybe Ace 3 will be okay to limp call. King 3 is a borderline between limp fold and just sharp pre. Raise is okay too. I think with the strength that King 3 can go either way. It's limping quite a lot. So he take advantage that I am not ripping the ace and he just check raise with air. So that's something to be aware of, and that just means that I will try to wrap my hands more correctly and not just think he's a monkey and play blindly aggressive. So yeah, so if I limp here next, I'll check with my line and I can have tons of equity against his betting range anyway. Well, to choose to shove here to take more risk, as I was saying, I got lucky. So we close up the stack differences a little, a lot actually. And now we're gonna play some strategic stuff and try to find the points that I can exploit and then all his weakness. Basically, I'll be looking forward to play a lot of post swaps. So 3-9, I'll check call or check raise is fine. Depends on his betting size. I think that's quite big. I think with that kind of size, I'll check call. And I'll check call a lot of king exit. Anyway, he overbets. Otherwise, I won't check raise when he double barrel. At least board. So I was looking for small bets like $1 million-ish, and I can probably PO another time. Check raise here is fine, but people just don't fold the king. Like they just don't believe I have two pairs, like 5-8, king 8. Just because there are so many flushes out there anyway. So I don't think check raise has a lot of credential. So I'll fold here now. Like I prefer much still check call, at least if it's something like 10, I'll probably check raise, but still like it's not allowed. It's not a very highly credential play. Ace king, cold. I will, because last time we saw him check raise on the flop for a hand that I cannot rep a lot, and this is the flop I cannot rep a lot. So I'll play more cautiously and check back with a lot of stuff. If I bet here, I'm ready to shove back to his check raises. Like if he check raise to $1 million, I'll shove back to him. If he check shove, I'll call. That's what's the plan. I'll defend again. And he has been betting quite heavily on the flop with big size, so there's something to be aware of. Queens definitely call and got lucky. So now we have the stack advantage, and just gonna go from there. I'm limping, racing now. Oh, 5 play. I'll check here because I'll be checking back with a lot of stuff like Jack X, King X, SX. So I think checking is fine. I think he's playing quite aggressive. If I bet here, it's actually make my stuff more vulnerable. But one thing that's shady is if I check on the flop 6-5 with 6-5, I just cannot effective play on the turn once he bets. But the thing is, consider her whole range. I'll have some hands that's so weak like 6-5 here, but some hands so strong like King X, and I can call his bets, and Jack X I can call his bets, Ace I can call his bets. So it's not that, like 6-5 playing like this is weak, but it's overall is more balanced. It's hard to perceive, and I think like overall 6-5 obviously like it's look like idiot that I check a flop and fold to a small turn bet, but overall the range from a range perspective, if he check to me, I have more rooms to work with my weaker hands because I have balance with some stronger hands. But if he bets out, I'll fold this time, but I'm not folding every single time. I'm calling decent enough of times. Queen 3, I think I'll defend. No? Weird. Queen 5 tons of equity, so I think I'll see bets. Oof. I have to bet. I have to bluff here now. Even though, again, I'm not ripping much. But I just I think he will call. The thing is, I think it's a spot that he might hero call with a 3 or a deuce. Because I'm not ripping much. So against that top player, I will try not to bluff him. So actually, I make a bet like that. And he hero call with 8 deuce. I think that's fine. I'm not ripping much. I will probably value bet decent 4, like ace 4 sometimes. Definitely value bet a king. And I'll check back with decent 10s like king 10, queen 10. But I just have too many bluffs here. So I think it's cost fine. I'm just gonna tune down my bluff because he's reading hands. Kings can't walk. That sucks. Now he caught up to even stack, so that's unfortunate. I'll check here. And I'll check here. Because there's so many draw out there, and I'm too down my semi-bluff and bluffs. And I'll check hopefully I'm good. Sometimes, like, I beat Jack 8, King 7 type of hand. Ace deuce. I'll defend. See how it goes. I'll check raise. Now I'll bet bets with my hand like this. Hopefully he calls, and I'll value bets again on a river for this. He has been calling why I think he might hero call with that king 3 ace deuce. Yep, still defending. I think his first C base is about 50%ish from now that I see, but he's betting I would say 70 to 80% on this flop. But I don't know if I can check raise here because he has been reading stuff well. Like he probably knows that it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to check raise unless I have 2 pair here, or I have like really strong king, which I didn't 3-bet pre-flop like king jack and king 10. Otherwise, I will be full of bluffs. So against weak player who's just gonna see bet blindly on this flop, I will check raise a ton, but he's probably not one of those because he's not see betting quite often and he's reading stuff well. So I think I will check fold. Oh, I actually check raises. Interesting. So I guess I still didn't put in a range that on a category that he's reading really, really strongly. Like I even set up that he can shove back to me, but it's whatever. Yeah, like this is the flop people just attack very often and gonna follow out to check raise it on this kind of stack size. So I'll fold here, or limp at least. Yep. So I'm not folding any button. That's probably not so good. King 9, I think I'll shove. Pretty good. So I fold button here now. If my hand's really shitty. Jack 10, I'll raise. Fold to a shove. That's good. That's good. I'll bet for protection and to follow his equities if he has anything between deuce and queen. Good. Queen 9, I shove back to him. And he called kings. And he wins. And for some reason, this hand wasn't complete. Like I bust next hand that I shove. It was a raise. Like he raised and I shoved stuff like pocket 8 and he called with ace king and I lose the flip. And that's that. So I think it's an interesting tournament. I think final table was fun where there are times that I'm forced to play very conservative and there are times I can just abuse. And yeah, don't not to mention that without it's like you guys carrying, I don't know, like 30, 40 bias bounties. So knockout people at the final table is really important. Unfortunately, I didn't knock out a lot of people. I think I knocked out like 1 or 2, but not many. So that's unfortunate. And heads up wise, got lucky where I think this is a perfect reshove because last time he folded. Wait, last time he folded. So yeah, I think it's a spot that he's not tuning down that he's been raising quite often yet. So shoving his queen eye is perfectly fine. Then they just unfortunately run to a hand, but the thing is he ran to a hand also here, so it evens out. So that's it, and hope you guys enjoy this review. Thanks.